is your RTC Weekly Download. This week we have a treat for you Superman fans and kid show fans and comic magazine fans and all of that. It's 5 episodes of Superman, and the storyline is The Tiny Men. This is from 1942. We don't have the entire series, but we have 1, 2, 6, and 7, and 8. So I think we have the storyline there. So here we go with Superman and the Tiny Men.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. Look! Up in the sky! It's a bird!
It's a plane!
It's Superman! Yes, it's Superman, strange visitor from another world, who came to Earth with powers and abilities far beyond those of mortal men. Superman, who can change the course of mighty rivers, bend steel in his bare hands, and who, disguised as Clark Kent, mild-mannered reporter for a great metropolitan newspaper, fights a never-ending battle for truth, justice, and the American way. But before we join Superman, here is an important message.
Fellows and girls, don't ever get the idea there's nothing you can do to help win this war. Just because you can't join the Army doesn't mean that you can't be part of this big fight to preserve the American way of life. No, sir, not at all. There is one big important thing you can do, and I'm going to tell you about that right now. You see, aside from the fact that we can't all be soldiers, sailors, or Marines, because we're too young or too old or something, it's necessary for a good many of us to stay right here where we are. As a matter of fact, Uncle Sam says that for every man in the armed forces, there must be 11 people back home to keep them well supplied and to see that everything runs smoothly. It's sort of like, well, it's like a civilian army that cooperates with the armed forces to help win the war. And that's where you come in, you and I. For we are all members of this civilian army. And the best way we can help our boys at the front is to buy war-saving stamps and bonds, and buy them regularly. Now, how does that help? Well, let me tell you. It helps our government to finance the war. It helps to buy guns and tanks and planes and all the other things the Army, Navy, and Marines need to knock out the Japs and the Nazis. For instance, every time you buy a 10-cent war-saving stamp, your dime will pay for 5 bullets. And for every 5 10-cent stamps, well, that buys enough fuel oil to carry a destroyer a full mile. So you see how important it is for you to buy a war-saving stamp every time you've got a dime. Now, see if you can't get Mother or Dad to give you a dime every day, or every other day, with which to buy war-saving stamps. Talk about this with all your friends. Ask them to buy war-saving stamps regularly. Ask your mother and dad and all your neighbors and relatives to sign Minuteman pledges. Do all you can to build up the sale of war-saving stamps and bonds. And that's what you can do to help win this war.
And now, the adventures of Superman. Yesterday, we heard how Superman saved the passengers of the Atlantic Clipper, gigantic 50-ton flying boat, as the Leviathan of the air was slowly sinking beneath the waves of the Atlantic. Carrying the mammoth plane on his back, Superman headed straight for England. Arriving over London late at night, he was on his way toward Hendon Airdrome when suddenly searchlights lit up the sky, catching him and the plane he carried full in their beams. A moment later, the anti-aircraft guns of London began to bark. Listen!
They've mistaken me and this plane I'm carrying for a German bomber. Those shells are coming mighty close. I'm in no danger, but the passengers in this plane above me certainly are. Jimmy and Lois included. I've got to do something to get us out of this. I've just got to... Oh, that one hit my stomach and exploded. Knocked the breath out of me for a second. Must be getting soft. Seems to be only one thing to do. I'll have to gain altitude and get outside their range if I can. Up! Up! Up!
Climbing on a zigzag course to avoid the searchlights, Superman tries to get outside the range of the anti-aircraft fire. Meanwhile, the alarm has been given at Hendon Airdrome, and a squadron of deadly Spitfires takes off to the attack. Soon they, too, are over London. The RAF Wing Commander contacts the ground observer for possible instructions. Listen. Squadron to ground observer. Squadron to ground observer. Have you spotted the Jerry yet? Over.
We were full on him, but he's ducked it. We're trying to pick him up again. Over.
You spotted only one, didn't you? Over.
That's right, sir. Only one. The largest bomber we've ever seen. Something devilish peculiar about all this. Our interceptors never picked up the Johnny at all. We still can't catch the sound of his motors. Over.
Yeah, that sounds peculiar. Your interceptors didn't pick him up. How'd you spot him? Over.
By accident, sir. One of our lights picked him up by chance. Seems to miss. Wait a minute. I think we caught him again. Yes, my Joe, we have. Good luck.
Thanks. There he is, all right. It's got him full beam, and they won't lose him. Order to squadron. Order to squadron. Formation 6. Formation 6. Hill off at 350. Hill off at 350. Ah, there he is below us. Well, I dare say we'll make short work of you, laddie. Here we go. What in the name of... Orders to squadron. Orders to squadron. Hold formation. Hold formation.
Something wrong, sir?
Definitely. That's no bomber.
No bomber, sir.
Looks to me like the Atlantic Clipper. Hold formation. I'm going to circle her.
Right, sir.
By George, it was positively fantastic. It is the Clipper. There are passengers staring at me from the windows. She's not on the power. I can't see her propellers gleaming in the searchlight. I must be dreaming. Hello, what's that underneath her? It's like a man of all things. A man with a red cape.
Hello, sir.
Yes?
Are we all going crazy, sir? I think I'm seeing things. Same here, sir. It's the Atlantic Clipper, all right, sir, but her motors aren't running. There seems to be a man carrying her on his back.
You're sure you see that?
Uh-huh.
Then by Harry, it must be so.
But hang it all, sir, it can't be so. Beg pardon.
No, quite all right. I'll agree with you, it can't be so, but it is.
I'd say, sir. What are we going to do about it?
I have a feeling that Johnny wants to land at Hendon.
I'd say, she's a clipper. Pontoons and all that. You don't land clippers at Hendon.
If he can carry her on his back, whoever he is, he can land her at Hendon. Or I dare say do anything else with her he wants to. Drop back. We'll follow along and see what he does. If he lands her at Hendon, we'll escort him in. If he doesn't land her at Hendon, I'm dashed if I know just what to do. You there, ground crew. Throw on every landing light you've got, will you?
There you are, Copperweight. Finally got back to the field, did you? Well, now, what's the devil's meaning of all this hugger-mugger, eh? Speak up, man. Speak up here.
Now, look here, sir, I know it sounds fantastic, but that radio message I sent...
I couldn't understand a word you said. Dashed if we could.
But everything seemed clear enough, sir. I mean to say...
Sparks couldn't have understood. Garbled your message atrociously. You said there was a man carrying the Atlantic Clipper on his back.
Exactly, sir. That's what I did say.
Well, then what the devil do you mean sending in a message like that, eh?
Look here, sir.
Gone off your head, have you, eh? Then speak up, man. Speak up. Stop looking up into the sky as if you actually did see a man carrying a 50-ton flying bird on his back.
That's what I am seeing, sir. And I still can't believe it.
Insist on having your own way. Well, by Jeffrey, next thing you know, you'll have me believe...
Do you see it, sir? He's coming down with her now. Do you see now?
It's the Clipper, right enough. And there is a man. Red cape, blue suit. Oh, devil take it, I can't. I won't
It's
believe
true,
it.
sir. I wouldn't believe it myself till I had to.
Oh, no, it's fantastic, utterly fantastic. Oh, look here, Copperweight, this is impossible. We simply can't be seeing this thing.
But we are, sir, we are. Look there, he's going to land on that runway. See? His feet are just about touching the ground now. There, they've touched. He's running now, slowing down as he goes, and he is carrying that plane on his shoulders.
Well, I've seen some peculiar things in this war, but by Jeffrey, this takes me bun.
We'd better get right over there, sir.
Righto, come along.
Look, sir, look. The door of the Clipper's opening. There are the officers getting out. Passengers following behind them.
Never mind them at the moment. It's that Johnny in the red cape I want to talk to. I say, you there.
Sorry, can't wait.
Well, you've got to wait. You hear? I want to have a talk with you.
Up!
Oh, devil take him. He's flown off again. I say. Oh, he really did fly away, didn't he?
He certainly did, sir.
Well, by Jeffrey, we'll soon get to the bottom of this. Now, here's the crew of the Clipper. Who's in command here?
I am, sir. March is my name. Captain Robert March.
Ah, March, eh? Well, Pelham's my name, sir. Sir Hugh Pelham. Now, what's the meaning of all this blithering hanky-panky, eh? Speak up, man, speak up.
Well, I'm afraid I can't explain any part of this, sir.
Oh, you can't, eh? You land a seaplane at an airport. Or rather, it's landed for you by a man who carries the bloody thing on his shoulders. No, I simply will not believe it. Now, it was all an illusion, a mirage or something of the
There
sort.
was no illusion, sir. I can't explain it. That doesn't mean I can't explain it reasonably.
Well, I should think...
But there's a young newspaper woman among my passengers. Miss Lane, you come here,
Yes,
please. Will you leave the boy for a moment and come over here, will you?
certainly. Jimmy, you go on with the other passengers and get some hot milk. Now, go on, you need it. Yes, Captain, what is
Miss
it?
Lane, this is Sir Hugh Pelham.
Young woman, if you can explain who that creature was, the one in the red cape and the blue cloak.
Well, you've heard of Superman, haven't you, sir?
Well, Superman?
Yes.
Oh, yes, I do believe I have. Some sort of fictional character who possesses amazing
Oh,
powers.
I'm sorry, sir, but you're wrong. There's nothing fictional about Superman. Superman is as real and alive as you are.
Oh, nonsense.
But you just saw him. He brought this plane down out of the sky on his back. Didn't you see that?
Well, I thought I saw
You
it.
did see it. You just won't believe it, that's all. No one will believe it because, because it's just too much for our brains to take, I guess. But all of us on that clipper owe our lives to Superman. He arrived just as we were going down in the ocean. And
What's that, going down?
Yes.
We were attacked by a Nazi fighter plane, sir. Superman knocked the plane out, but not before one of the Nazis' bullets snapped our elevator cable. We crashed into the ocean. We were just about finished when Superman came along again, lifted us out of the water, and brought us here.
He saved us, you see, every one of us. And yet not one of those passengers, no, nor any of the crew either, will believe that he exists.
Well, there's time enough for speculation later. Your passengers seem in a bad way, Captain Mark.
Yes, many are suffering from shock. If you can help us out...
Of course we can, sir. Copperwheat, Henderson, Brown, you men there. Help those people into the main barracks. And follow me, Captain Mark, Miss Lane.
Right, sir.
Captain Mark,
Yes, Miss Lane?
there's one thing I can't understand, and you haven't given me an answer. What could have happened to Clark Kent?
I've tried to figure that out, and the only solution I can find is that his body was washed out through the hole in the clipper's side, and we never noticed it.
Oh, no.
I'm afraid so, Miss Lane. You recall, after the crash, we all climbed out under the wing. When I called off the names of the passengers, he was the only one who didn't answer. Somehow he must have been trapped inside the ship.
Yet later, when we re-entered the ship, we couldn't find his body anywhere. He wasn't on a plane at all.
Exactly, Miss Lane. We stove quite a hole in the side of the clipper when we crashed. My solution seems to be the only feasible one.
I'm afraid you're right.
Sorry, Miss Lane. I know how you must feel.
I'm not thinking only of myself. I'm thinking of Jimmy Olsen. Why, that poor boy is almost beside himself worrying about Clark Kent.
Well, you'd better wait till he's feeling better before you explain the news to him.
Yes, I guess it's
I say, you two, are you coming along or no?
coming, Sir Hugh. Coming.
Meanwhile, Superman, flying in a circle over Hendon Airdrome, is faced with a problem even he seems unable to solve. Listen.
I am in a mess now. They must have discovered that I'm not on that plane in my disguise as Clark Kent. In the past, I've been able to reappear as Kent without much trouble because no one was ever really sure that I had actually vanished. Yes, but this is different. They must know and know definitely that I'm not on that plane. Now, Superman or no Superman, I don't see how I can possibly put in another appearance as Clark Kent. This looks like one problem even I can't solve.
Yes, it certainly looks as if Superman himself is faced with a problem that has no solution. Here is a situation that calls not for brawn, but for brains. How will Superman solve it? To find out, be sure to hear the next exciting episode tomorrow, same time, same station. Tune in and follow The Adventures of Superman.
Did you ever stop to think why American machine gun crews make such good scores in their battles against the Japs and the Nazis? Their teamwork, their super marksmanship, comes from practice every day until they can hit the bullseye practically every time. But that much practice eats up a lot of bullets, and that's where you come in. You buy bullets for machine gunners every time you buy war stamps. 5 bullets for every 5 10-cent stamp. So get behind your team by buying stamps just as often as you can. Can you think of anything more exciting to buy for your dime than 5 .45 caliber bullets? 5 bullets for American soldiers to use in protecting your home from the Japs or the Nazis. So get going. Get your stamps today and every day.
And now, The Adventures of Superman. Yesterday, we heard how Superman brought the 50-ton flying boat known as the Atlantic Clipper safely to Earth at Hendon Airdrome in England, after the huge airship carrying among its passengers Lois Lane, Jimmy Olsen, and Clark Kent had crashed at sea. Superman had dropped his disguise of Clark Kent and, as Superman, saved the flying boat and all aboard her. But as our last episode ended, Superman himself was faced with a problem he could not solve. How was he to assume the guise of Clark Kent once again? He knew that his absence as Clark Kent had been discovered and the plane thoroughly searched. What explanation could he possibly give for his absence? To find out how Superman solved his problem, we join Lois Lane and Jimmy Olsen. It is late afternoon of the following day. Lois and Jimmy are riding atop a London bus. Listen.
What street did you say this was, Miss Lane?
Bayswater Road, Jimmy.
Uh-huh.
That was Hyde Park Corner we just passed.
Oh, that's Kensington Gardens on our left, isn't it?
That's right.
Gee, I just can't get used to being in a foreign city. It'd be pretty exciting if Mr. Kent was with us.
Yes, I know what you mean.
No sense hoping, though, I guess. Captain March must have had it figured out right.
You mean about Clark's body floating out through the side of the clipper while she was submerged? Yes, I guess he must have been right about that.
Sure seems tough the way things happen sometimes. Why Mr. Kent had to be the one...
Oh, now, Jimmy, come on. You mustn't give way to yourself like that.
I can't help it. Mr. Kent, he's the best friend I ever had.
I know, Jimmy, I know, but... Well, you've just got to carry on, that's all. After all, Jim, now that Clark's gone, I've got to depend on you, haven't I?
Do you?
Well, sure. What did the inspector at Scotland Yard say only a little while ago?
I don't know. What did he say?
Don't you remember? He said that under ordinary circumstances, he'd have to lock you up for being in England without a passport or a visa. But since that would leave me all alone, and since you were the only man I could depend on, that he wouldn't.
Oh, yeah. I remember. You think that's why he didn't lock me up?
Why, I'm sure of it.
Well, what about when he called the American consul and talked to him?
Well, the consul may have said something that helped a little, but... Well, Jim, I do need you, and you've got to show me that I can depend on you.
Okay. Don't worry about me. From here on, you can depend on me for anything.
That's right. That's the way I like to hear you talk.
Gosh, look there through the railing. There are guns in the park. Big ones.
Yes. Kensington Gardens are just bristling with anti-aircraft guns. I wouldn't be at all surprised if some of those very guns were firing at us last night.
Gee, that was something, wasn't it?
Oh, sure was.
There's Superman carrying us in that plane across London when those Ack-Acks start firing at us. Gosh, I was plenty scared.
Hmm?
Well, not exactly scared, just a little nervous.
Oh, I should think so. We'd have saved ourselves a lot of trouble and danger if we could have used the radio in that plane.
Well, there wasn't a chance. Every battery on board was so full of salt water.
Where'd you miss?
Oh, at Leinster Corner.
The boy, too?
Boy.
He's over 12, I just say.
Hey, easy, Jim, easy. Yes, he is. He's over 12, conductor.
That'll be 6 halfpenny, miss.
I'm 6 and... What?
6 halfpenny. Oh, you're an American, ain't you?
Yes, I don't quite understand your coinage yet. Here's some change. I don't know.
Half a tick, lady. Now, there's a 6pence. And there's 8penny. Half a penny, you know.
Oh, I see.
No, not at all, miss, not at all. I'll let you know when we arrive at Leinster Corner.
Thank you. Conductor.
Yes, miss?
Look, I'm a reporter on an American newspaper. I'm over here to find out just how you English are weathering things. You know, the war and all.
Oh, are you now? Well, interesting work, I call
Yes, it is. You mind telling me a few things about yourself?
You mean you'd printed an American newspaper?
Yes, of course.
Why, I'd be very happy to tell you all I could, miss. What would you like to know?
Well, I'd like to know your name to begin with.
Harry Higgins, miss, with an H.
Harry Higgins?
My address, 72 Larkspur Street, Lambeth.
72 Larkspur. Married, are you?
Oh, yes, got 3 grown kids, 2 boys and a girl. One boy's in the RAF and the other's in the Navy. The girl, named her Josephine, she's in the Red Cross.
Oh? Just how has the war affected you, Mr. Higgins?
Oh, I wouldn't say it's made too much difference, miss. Of course, I had my own little place before it all started, a cottage near Kingston. Pretty little place. I went there one night after a raid and found it wasn't there no more. Vomited square and clean.
Oh, that's too bad.
It wasn't a way. Then another way it weren't. And me missus and myself are living with our sister's family now. Mm-hmm. Never did see much of my wife's sister and her family afore that. Just couldn't seem to get on somehow. You know how families is, always bickering and quarrelling. But somehow the war changed all that. Get along together fine now.
I think that's wonderful, Mr. Higgins.
Then again, miss, the war taught a lot of us to see the true value of things. Time, for instance. Now, you take time. An awful lot of it used to be wasted. Well, it ain't no more. Why, fish and chips, miss, I can remember when we... Blimey.
What's wrong?
This here's your stop, miss, and I haven't half started to tell you what I wanted to say.
Well, don't you worry about it, Mr. Higgins. I've got your address. I'll drop in some night this week if you don't mind, and we can have a long chat.
I come for dinner, why don't you, miss?
Well...
Bring the boy with you. My wife's sister... makes the tastiest bluster you ever set your teeth to.
Oh, all right, Mr. Higgins, I will.
What you said, miss? There you are. Well, we'll be expecting you, miss. Don't you forget now.
I won't.
Bye.
Nice of him to invite us to dinner, wasn't it, Jim?
I guess so. If he doesn't stop calling me a boy.
Oh. Is he over 12, miss? Now, come on, Jim. Let's cross the street to our boarding house. You're just getting sensitive in your old age.
Yeah.
Well, gee, was a... Jimmy, for heaven's sake, watch your step. You almost walked right in front of that truck.
Oh, gosh. Everything's so mixed up over here. Just the opposite from America. Now, what's the sense of people driving on the left-hand side of the road?
What's the sense of them driving on the right hand, for that matter? Well, here's our boarding house. Let's go in. After you've had dinner, you... Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't looking.
Oh, no, mademoiselle. I entirely am to blame.
Well, there's no harm done. I think I knocked that package out of your hand when I ran in.
Oh, yes. Here you are, miss.
Merci, monsieur. You are staying at this pension?
Yes, I am. We have the 2 front rooms on the 2nd floor.
Oh, I too live here with my papa.
Oh?
We are on the 2nd floor also. Shall we go up together?
Well, of course. Let me introduce myself. I'm Lois Lane, and this is Jimmy Olsen.
How do you do?
How do you do? Giroux is my name. Yvette Giroux. You have not been here long.
No, as a matter of fact, we just arrived last night. At Hendon, that is. We came to London this morning.
You are not English?
No, American.
You have a special reason for coming to England?
Well, we...
pardonnez-moi. It is none of my affair. I am wrong to ask.
Oh, not at all. I'm a newspaper reporter.
Oh, I see.
Well, here's my door. Maybe we'll see you at dinner tonight?
Perhaps. Bonsoir.
Good night.
Good night. He seems like an awfully nice.
Oh, Miss Lane, holy mackerel.
Hello, Jim. Sorry, I frightened you, Lois.
Clark! Mr. Kent!
Where in the world did you
Oh, golly.
Wait a minute.
Gee,
Wait a minute, Jim. Wait a minute. Take it easy.
But where did you come from? We thought you were dead.
I almost was, but thanks to Superman, I'm pretty much alive.
Superman?
Yes, I admit I never believed in him before, Lois, but, well, I'm forced to from now on.
What do you mean?
Yeah, what happened?
Well, as you know, I was in my cabin when the plane crashed.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
go on.
Well, after the crash, the plane began to sink immediately, and, well, I was trapped.
Yes?
The water was coming in fast, and there was no way of getting out.
Well, what'd you do?
Well, nothing I could do, Jim. The last thing I remember was choking and gasping and swallowing water as it rose over my head.
How did you get here?
Well, when I came to, I found myself flying through the air, strapped to someone in a blue suit and a red cloak.
Strapped to him?
Yes, he had his hands full holding up that plane, and he had strapped me to him with his belt. The way I figured it, he must have got me out of that cabin somehow.
I don't see how he knew you were in there.
I don't either, but it's the only way I can account for it.
Well, what happened next? You must have been with him when we landed at Hendon Aerodrome.
I guess I was, although I don't remember. You see, I fainted.
You what?
I must admit to it, I fainted. The excitement was too much for me, I'm afraid. All I know is I came to this morning in a bed in the farmhouse just outside London. The farmer told me that he heard a knock on the door late last night, and when he opened the door, there I was, out cold.
Oh, I don't know. There's something awfully strange about your explanation, Clark. Well, it just sounds funny.
Oh, who cares, Miss Lane? He's here. That's the important thing. Gosh, Mr. Kent, am I glad to see you. Golly.
You know enough to come here, Clark.
Huh?
We didn't know where we'd be staying ourselves until this morning.
I've only been here about 10 minutes. I figured you'd have to go to the American consul to fix things up for Jimmy, so I called him. You had just left, he said, and were on your way over to Scotland Yard, and he gave me your address. The landlady let me in here after I convinced her it was all right.
See? Come in. Oh, Yvette, why, I didn't expect. Yvette, what is it? What's wrong?
Listen to me. I've not much time. They've done it to me.
Done it to you? What are you talking about?
My father. You must protect my father. Or they will get him too.
They? What do you mean by they?
I mean, the tiny men.
Oh, Catherine!
Got her?
Yvette! Clark, what's happened?
She's dead. Probably poisoned. By the tiny men.
Tiny men? Gosh.
Once again, the deadly tiny men have struck. We know, though Kent does not, that Dr. Veit and his henchman Muller must be in England, for they control the tiny men. Little men no taller than an ordinary milk bottle. Can Superman solve the riddle of the tiny men? Be sure to listen on Monday, same time, same station. Tune in and follow The Adventures of Superman.
Yes, be sure to tune in again Monday for another thrilling Superman episode. And don't forget what else you're going to do. You're going to buy war stamps as often as you can get Mother and Dad to give you a dime. You know when you see that big capital S on a three-cornered shield, you recognize it as the emblem of Superman, and you know at once what it stands for. Likewise, when you see the capital letters U.S. on a war-saving stamp or bond, you recognize them as the emblem of Uncle Sam, and it represents a pledge from Uncle Sam to you. His pledge to use every dime you lend him for more bullets and guns and planes, and all the other things the American armed forces need to win a smashing victory from the Nazis and the Japs. So don't put off buying war stamps. Buy one every time you've got a dime. Uncle Sam's depending on you.
And now, the adventures of Superman. In London, acting as foreign correspondents for the Daily Planet, Clark Kent and Lois Lane, and Jimmy Olsen, too, have been caught in a web of mystery surrounding the tiny men, strange creatures who are no taller than a 12-inch ruler. In our last episode, we heard how our friends made the acquaintance of Professor Giraud, who, although once a teacher of chemistry and science at the Sorbonne University in Paris, is now a humble attendant at Madame Tussauds' famous waxworks in London. Professor Giraud is guarding a secret which the Nazi Gestapo is anxious to get its hands on. As our last episode ended, our friends were discussing the mystery of the tiny men with Professor Giraud when an air raid started. A bomb crashed through the house and became lodged in the center of the room. Suddenly, Kent realized that falling timbers and debris had cut off their exit through the door. They were trapped in a dark room, in the center of which lay a delayed-action bomb. Listen.
The doorway's blocked with fallen timbers. We're caught in here. We can't get out.
Oh, we gotta get out. That's a delayed action bomb. It may go off any second. Leaping mackerel, Mr. Kent. Isn't there anything you can do?
What can I do, Jim?
Well, I don't know, but golly, we gotta do something or we're finished.
Can't we get out through the window?
The windows, as I told you, are nailed shut.
Oh, good grief. Let's bust them and get out of here.
Is he too sorry drop to the ground? There is no fire escape.
Oh.
This is a job for Superman. But first, I'd better pretend to pass out as Clark Kent. They'll never see me in the dark.
What are you saying, Clark?
I can't stand this nervous tension. My nerves never were anything good, I tell you. Physical violence of any sort frightens me just the way those tiny men frighten you. Tiny men frighten you. I feel faint.
Oh, gosh, Mr. Kent, try to... Oh, he's passed out cold.
Well, that cream puff always was a big help when the going got tough.
What's that? What was that noise?
I don't know, Jimmy. Easy, I'd say that someone had pulled that bomb out of the floor.
Someone did. Look, a shadow by the window.
You're right, Jimmy. And it looks to me like... Jimmy! Like... Jimmy!
It is Miss Lane. It is Miss Lane. It's the shadow of Superman. And he's got that bomb in his arms. Hey, Superman!
Through the window. Up, and away! Thank heaven I managed to get out of that room with this bomb before it went off. Hello, is that a Nazi bomb? Well, I think we may have... I'll just poke my index finger through the steel. So. Push the pin down to set off the chemical firing mixture. Is right, this bomb ought to explode just as it hits that bomber. Look out, she's right back into your lap. Practically blew him out of the sky. Nice hunting indeed.
You say that house is where Sherlock Holmes lived, Mr. Kent?
Yes, Jimmy?
Well, did Sherlock Holmes actually exist?
Well, that's a question, Jim. But I can tell you that a lot of people believe he did. The London Post Office receives thousands of letters every year addressed to Sherlock Holmes at this address.
Gosh, he sure was a great detective. We could use somebody like him to clean up the mystery of the tiny men.
We could also use somebody to clean up the mystery of the missing. Report to me how you came to be missing from Professor Giraud's apartment last night after the lights went on.
Well, I said...
Well, at least you haven't explained it to my satisfaction.
I told you I jumped out of the window.
Oh, Clark.
Well, people do crazy things under the influence of
Well,
fear.
it seems mighty queer to me. 1 minute you're lying on the floor in a cold faint, and then when the lights go on, we hear you calling from the ground below, crying your head off about a sprained ankle.
I twisted it when I fell.
Oh, I see.
Lucky I didn't break my neck.
Lucky for whom? And another thing, that ankle of yours doesn't look any more sprained to me than mine does.
Whoa.
Well, it's not swollen or anything.
Hey, listen, you two. If we don't hurry, we're going to be late for our appointment with Professor Giraud at Madame Tussauds' waxworks.
It's just around the corner. We won't be late. Come on.
Gosh, I can hardly wait to see Madame Tussauds. Did the professor say he'd show us through the whole exhibit?
Certainly did, Jim.
The Chamber of Horrors and everything?
Oh, Jimmy, you're impossible.
I wouldn't mention the Chamber of Horrors, Jim. You see, it's an exhibit of notorious murders and things of that sort. Considering what happened last night...
Gee, that's right. I ought to have thought of that.
Well, just remember not to mention it again. Well, here we are at Madame Tussauds. And sure enough, there's Professor Giraud in his attendance uniform.
What a pity to think of a man with his intellect working at a job like that.
Might be worse. At least it serves as a means of livelihood until he can go back to France and take up his duties at the university again. Oh, Professor, good afternoon.
Bonjour, my friend.
Good afternoon, Professor.
I have arranged for you already the tickets. Coming to this way, through the turn.
Oh,
thank you. That's
awfully
nice.
Gee, it's quite a place. Look at that huge, wide stairway going up to the second floor.
That is where the exhibits are. All that is for the Chamber of Horrors.
Huh?
That is in this cellar. We will visit that later.
Oh, gosh, we thought...
Jimmy.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Jimmy, I am not sure if the exhibit of historical figures is open yet. Would you mind asking that attendant standing over there?
Oh, not at all. Be glad to. Excuse me, sir. Could you tell me if the exhibit of historical figures is open yet? Mister, I said, could you tell me... Jumping Jiminy. He's made of wax. I thought he was a real man. You sure got to hand it to Madame Tussauds.
Madame Tussauds, Jimmy, was a supreme artist. Her wax statues are more lifelike than the people themselves.
I can believe that.
Well, come, my friends, let us go up the stairs to the exhibit.
Professor, I understand visitors can buy small wax statues as souvenirs. Are they expensive?
I do not really know, mademoiselle. You might ask that attendant standing there.
Very well. Oh, no. You can't play the same trick twice, Professor.
Can I help you, miss?
Oh, why, he is real. I thought he was made of wax.
Joke's on you, miss, if I may say so.
I should say it is.
Come, my friends, this way. It is a deliberate trick, you see, having some attendants made of wax and some real. The real ones stand perfectly motionless, so that it is almost impossible, after a time, to tell which is which.
That's a wonderful joke. Say, what's in this small room off here?
That is the room of fairy tales.
Oh.
To my own mind, it is the finest part of the exhibit. I am especially in love with this sleeping beauty. Come, I will show her to you.
Gosh, what a room. Each exhibit has its own special light.
Yes, a special spotlight for each. Each one in different colors, of course.
Uh-huh.
The lights set the mood. There, for instance, is sleeping beauty, and there is a soft blue light on her.
Oh, isn't it lovely, Clark? Sleeping Beauty lying on that couch and the young prince bending over her, about to kiss her and wake her up. Oh, it's enchanting.
Hey, look. She's breathing.
What?
Sure, look. Her hands are folded across her, and they're rising and falling as she breathes.
Isn't that amazing?
It is indeed a most startling, realistic effect. There is a little bellows inside the figure, operated by a small motor.
Oh.
Yes, she is indeed the most beautiful creature I have ever set eyes on.
Why, Professor, you sound as if she were actually alive.
Sometimes to me she seems that... Well, never mind. Here is the next fairy tale, seeing the dragon with a javelin.
Oh, great Scott, that is realistic.
You are right. As a matter of fact, it looks more realistic to me than usual. It has probably been touched up by the artists in the past few days.
And do you have a staff of artists who go about touching up these exhibits?
Oh, yes, the statues require a good deal of care.
Hey, golly, look at this exhibit over here.
What is it, Jim?
Well, it's Gulliver in the land of the Lilliputians.
Lilliputians, Jim. Lilliputians, Jim. Really? That should be interesting. Let's have a look. What's the matter, Professor? Something wrong?
No. It is nothing. It is only that those Lilliputians, they are so like the tiny men.
Oh, yes, of course. Jim does manage to put his foot into things now and then, Professor.
That is all right. Come, do not let us spoil the boys' fun.
Gosh, look how big Gulliver is and how small those men are. Golly, I'll bet they look just like the tiny men. Don't they, Miss Lane?
Yes, Jim, they do. As a matter of fact, they are about the same size. It gives me a queer feeling just to look at them.
Now, take it easy, Lois.
Just the sight of something like that, harmless as it is, it brings back let's look at another exhibit.
All right. Let's take a look at the... Wait a minute.
What's the matter, Clark? What is it?
I thought I saw... I did see it. Look. What? One of those Lilliputians is... Look. What? One of those Lilliputians is moving.
Hey, moving. It's coming right toward us.
Mon Dieu, it is no wax. It is one of the tiny men.
What do we do?
Stand where you are. Don't move.
Oh, Clark.
Look.
Clark.
The little figure's stopping. It's lifting its arm.
Oh, golly.
It's pointing a finger at you, Professor. I cannot...
Oh.
Carol Lois, Jimmy, she's fainted.
Oh, gosh, she's always falling. Just when things are getting excited.
Easy does it, Professor. The trick, you hear? A trick. Let me handle it.
What was that? Something moved at the other side of the room. Something moved at the other side of the room.
Mr. Kent, look. Look.
Jimmy, what?
The Black Knight. He's moving, too.
What?
He's raising that javelin. Look out. He's going to throw it at the professor.
Well, strange things seem to be happening in the fairy tale room at Madame Tussaud's Waxworks in London. It begins to look as if we may be reaching a solution to the mystery of the tiny men. For with Superman on the scene, even in his disguise of Clark Kent, you may be certain nothing will escape him. In any event, be sure to hear the next thrill-packed episode. And now, the adventures of Superman. As you know, Clark Kent, Lois Lane, and Jimmy Olsen are now in London, where Kent and Lois are acting as foreign correspondents. They have made the acquaintance of a certain Professor Giraud, a scientist who has invented a secret formula the Nazis want desperately. To obtain the formula, the ingenious Dr. Heinrich Veit, Gestapo agent, once again made use of the mysterious tiny men no taller than a 12-inch ruler. But again, thanks to Superman, the tiny men failed. Dr. Veit is still on the trail of the formula. He has also been ordered to remove Kent and Lois. As our story continues today, we find Lois and Jimmy visiting the Tower of London. It is 4 o'clock of a windy afternoon, shortly before closing time.
Gosh, it's cold out here on the lawn. The wind cuts through you like a knife.
Well, you said you wanted to see the spot where the scaffold used to stand.
Yeah, well, let's hurry up and see it and go.
Well, we haven't seen the bloody tower yet, Jimmy, and I've got to have a look at that before we go. It'll make an interesting story for the Daily Planet.
The bloody tower? Gee, now you're talking. I'd like to see the bloody tower myself.
Look, here's the spot where the scaffold used to stand.
Yeah?
See, it's marked off with posts and chains. It was on this very spot that many famous people were beheaded. Sir Walter Raleigh, the Earl of Essex, Lady Jane Grey was beheaded.
I beg your pardon, miss.
What?
It's one of the beefeaters. Fellows who guard the tower. Gosh, look at that costume he's wearing.
Yeah.
This costume, lad, has not been changed in over 300 years. It's the traditional costume of the warders of the Tower of London.
Gee.
Oh, I couldn't help overhearing you give the lad a bit of misinformation, miss. So I just thought I'd step in and set you right.
Oh?
Lady Jane Grey wasn't beheaded on this spot at all. The head was taken off that lady in the bloody tower itself. If you'd be interested in seeing the exact spot, I'd be glad to show it to you.
We were just about to visit the bloody tower, but I certainly don't want to impose upon
no imposition at all, miss. Here's the entrance to the tower, just through that arch. Follow me.
Gosh, Miss Lane, this place certainly seems deserted. I'm beginning to get kind of a funny feeling.
Oh, it's just the atmosphere, Jimmy. It is sort of depressing. Look at that gray winter sky and those black, forbidding towers silhouetted against it. Gosh, even Big Ben sounds melancholy.
Yeah.
Well, here we are inside the tower. That big oak door there closes off the entrance to the cellar. If you'll wait here for me, I'll get the keys.
Certainly.
I won't be more than half a tick,
Oh,
miss.
take your time. There's no hurry.
Well,
I ain't going through with it, Dr. Veit.
Miss Lane and the boy are out there?
Yes, but
Since you've gone this far, you'll finish the job.
I tell you, Doctor.
Stop being a fool, Slippery.
Don't call me that out loud. Not here. Somebody might hear you.
There is no one about now. Listen to me. You're in this up to your neck. You've got to go through with it. You know as well as I do that if the London police lay hands on you, it means life imprisonment.
Oh, yes, but
I'm the man who can tell them exactly where to find you. Now, enough of this talk, Slippery. Those 2 beefeaters whose costumes we borrowed and who are now resting quietly in that closet over there may come to at any moment. We've got to get this job done before the tower closes for the day. You have your orders. Carry them out.
I've never committed murder before.
There's £100 in this for you if you do. There's life imprisonment if you don't. Make up your mind.
All right, I'll do it.
Excellent. Now, go.
You ready, miss?
Yes, we'll have to hurry, I'm afraid. It's almost closing time.
Oh, you needn't worry your head about that. I'll see that you get out all right. Half a tick and I'll have this door open.
Okay. Gosh, look at the size of that key.
Aye, lad. Everything was made strong and solid back 300 years ago. Now, this door now, stout oak it is. You'd never be able to break through that.
I guess not.
There we are. Now, if you'll just follow me.
Oh, golly, it looks awfully spooky down there. Nothing but a big black hole.
And the air is... Well, it's foul.
Oh, this place ain't been opened in many a month, miss. Not since it was closed off to the public.
I'm not sure I want to go down into that cellar, Ward.
Oh, gosh, Miss Lane, why not?
Aye, miss. There's naught to harm you. I've got a flashlight with me and the air will soon clear. And the lad does want to see the torture instruments, the rack and all that. And you wants to see that room where Lady Jean Grey was beheaded.
Oh, I didn't particularly want to see it. It seems to me that you practically insisted on it.
Oh, now, look here, miss. I ain't insisting on nothing, I ain't. If you don't want to see it, you don't want to see it. Though I must say you're passing up a mighty fine chance.
I suppose you're right. Very well. Lead the way.
That's the spirit, miss. Come along. Watch your step careful on those stone stairs. They're war-away bad in spots.
Yes, be careful, Jimmy.
Oh, don't worry about me. Gosh, isn't it damp and clammy down in here?
Sure is.
Look at those cobwebs. Oh, how long did you say this cellar has been closed off to the public?
Oh, months now, lad, months.
Oh. Well, I guess that would be long enough for cobwebs like these. Well, they sure look like they've been here for centuries.
They ought to air this place out now and then, too. It's almost impossible to... What was that? Something just ran across the beam of your flashlight.
Just a mouse, miss.
It looked a lot larger than a mouse.
And it was the shadow you saw. Ah, here we are now. This here's the cellar. The beheading room is over this way. You follow me.
You know, I sort of wish we hadn't come down here. The place gives me the creeps.
Does me too, Jim. Oh, make a good story, though, and I must say...
Here's the door leading to the beheading room. The room where Lady Jane Grey lost her head. That's a joke, miss. Lost her head. Get it?
Yes.
I'll just open the door and we'll go in.
That's another one of those huge oak doors.
Aye, this one is all of a foot thick. Lock's a bit rusty. Yeah, that does it. There we are. Now, if you'll just step inside.
Yes, certainly. Come on, Jim.
All right, with you.
Terribly dark in here. Could you just flash your light? Jim, the door is closing.
Lane, leaping mackerel.
Jim, quick! Open this door!
There, it's done. They won't be found for months, maybe years. Now, to get out of here and get out fast.
Trapped in the dungeon of a condemned cellar in the Bloody Tower, Jimmy and Lois are in a bad way indeed. Hours later, having become worried about them when they failed to appear for dinner, Clark Kent arrives at the tower gate in search of his friends.
Halt! In the king's name, who goes?
My name is Clark Kent. I'm an American reporter. And
You'll have to come back tomorrow, sir. If you wish to see the tower, it's closed now.
But you don't understand. I'm looking for some friends of mine who came to visit the tower today and who haven't returned home yet.
Well, I'm sure they're not in the tower, sir. It's rare that anyone gets locked in. However, come with me to the gatehouse and we'll get in touch with the night warders. I'm sure you'll find that they are nowhere within the tower. And really, Mr. Kent, I'm at the end of my patience.
But I tell you, if you
We've spent an hour and a half searching the entire Tower of London, sir. Even though the night warders assured you your friends were not here.
Well, isn't there...
We've just finished going through the bloody tower, and you now ask if there isn't any other place we can search.
But
couldn't your friends have gone somewhere else when they left here?
Well, they might have, but I... Wait a minute. Where does that door lead to?
To the cellar, and what used to be the torture chamber. The rack is down there in a room known as the beheading room.
Well, how about having a look down there?
Well, that's out of the question, sir.
Why?
That cellar's been closed off to the public for over 3 months now. It's been condemned as being unsafe.
Oh.
No, your friends couldn't possibly be down there. You see, it's not permitted, sir.
Uh-huh. I see.
Oh, look here. I know you're worried, and Well, I'd like to help you. Let's go into the gatehouse. It's right over there, and call your flat. Perhaps your friends have returned by this time.
All right, that's a good idea. Let's do that.
Oh, come along, man.
Thank you.
Here we are. I'll put the call through. What's your telephone number?
Westminster 76824.
Right. Hello? Are you there? Westminster 76824. Thank you. Oh, here you are, sir. They're ringing now.
Oh, thank you.
Hello?
Hello, who is this?
Professor Giraud?
Oh.
Is that you, Mr. Kent?
Yes, Professor.
I heard the phone ringing in your flat here, and I came in to answer it. Have you found Mademoiselle Lane and Jimmy?
No, that's why I'm calling. I wondered if they had returned.
No, they have not.
No?
Perhaps if you... No.
Hello? Professor, is something wrong?
The tiny men, they are here.
What?
They have come for me. The tiny men.
Hello? Professor! Professor!
Is something wrong?
Plenty. I've got to leave. Excuse me. This calls for fast work. It also calls
for Superman. Up, up, and away! Well, things certainly are beginning to happen. What of Jimmy and Lois in the cellar of the Bloody Tower? Will Superman find them in time? And what of Professor Giraud and the Tiny Men? By the way, have you solved the mystery of the Tiny Men yet? Well, be sure to listen tomorrow, same time, same station, for an important clue. Tune in and follow The Adventures of Superman. And now, The Adventures of Superman. Superman is now trying to solve the mystery of the Tiny Men. The Tiny Men have on several occasions appeared in London, where Kent and Lois Lane, girl reporter, are now working as foreign correspondents. No taller than an ordinary milk bottle or a 12-inch ruler, the Tiny Men are nevertheless deadly, for they've already caused the death of the daughter of Professor Giraud, a scientist who possesses a secret formula desperately wanted by the Nazis. In our last episode, we heard how Jimmy and Lois, while visiting the Tower of London, were trapped by a Nazi agent in a condemned dungeon of the Bloody Tower. Superman, in the guise of Clark Kent, investigated the tower that night but failed to find his friends. At the suggestion of the chief warder, he telephoned their hotel, thinking they might have returned. Professor Giraud answered the phone. In the midst of their conversation, the professor suddenly screamed in fear. "The Tiny Men," he cried. "They're here! They're after me!" The phone went dead. Leaving the tower quickly, Superman stripped off the disguise of Clark Kent and went into action. We join him now as he streaks down out of the night sky and lands in front of the boarding house on Bayswater Road.
There. That didn't take me long. Fortunately, the street's deserted at this hour. I better get inside and see what's happened to Professor Giraud. No time to change identities. There's the flat. Door wide open. Professor Giraud lying on the floor. Great Scott. Professor Giraud.
Is that you, Monsieur Kent? Is that... No. Who are you?
Never mind that now. I'm here to help you. Tell me quickly what happened.
I had the telephone ringing.
Yes?
I came in here to answer it.
I know.
It was a friend of mine, Clark Kent. He wanted to know...
Yes, but what happened here?
While I talked to him, I had movement behind me. I turned...
Yes, go on. Try to go on, please.
Tiny men. 3, 4 of them.
What?
Standing in the doorway. The sight of them so queer, so strange. I fainted. They have always filled me with horror. And I am an old man.
What then? What happened after that?
When I came to my senses, there were 2 men in the room. They called each other Muller and Dr. Wright.
Oh?
I have heard of Dr. Wright before. Cruel, vicious, shrewd. I talk too much. I have not much time. I must tell you.
Yes, go on.
They forced me to tell where I hid the formula.
What?
They are on their way now to get it. They must not. With that formula in their possession, the entire world is doomed.
Where is it? The formula, where is it? Tell me quickly.
I hid it. I'm so tired.
Tell me, where is the formula?
Tired. Sleep. Ah.
Well, you'll never tell me now. Funny, though, his talking about sleep at a time like this. A dying man in these circumstances doesn't talk about sleep. Is he trying to tell me something? And if he was, what? Sleep. Doesn't make sense. Wait a minute and Yes, by heaven, it does. Sleep, of course. It couldn't mean anything else but that. Oh, if only I'm in time. If only... Out the window. Now then, up, and away!
Faster than a speeding bullet, Superman wings his way across a silent, blacked-out London. Even as he does so, the warning wail of an air raid alert breaks the silence. And shortly after, the dull thudding of the ack-ack guns announced the arrival of enemy planes. And while the Luftwaffe tries to break through the defenses of London, as the RAF wings into the sky to do battle, a quiet scene is taking place outside the fairy tale exhibit at Madame Tussauds Waxworks.
Yeah, come, Muller. Here's the entrance to the fairy tale exhibit. We shall soon have what we want, and then we shall really be masters of the world, eh?
Well, is this formula, is it really so important?
What exactly the formula is, I do not know. As to its importance, well, would I have been called to Berchtesgaden to confer with our beloved Führer if it were not important? The Führer himself told me that on that formula depended the possible winning or losing of the war.
You think we shall be rewarded handsomely, eh?
We shall indeed. Now then, see if you can find a light switch.
There should be one right here by the door. I saw it here. Look, the exhibits themselves light up.
Yeah. I see they have replaced the exhibit of the Black Knights following that stupid failure of our henchmen. There is the Gulliver exhibit. And over there is the one we are looking for. Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Herr Doctor, what is that figure standing over there?
Huh? Oh, the one in the red cape and the blue suit.
Yes, with the letter S on his chest.
Probably some legendary hero of the English. I have never seen anything like him before. But come, the formula. Professor Giraud said he had placed it between the hands of the Sleeping Beauty.
Between the hands, yes. And there are her hands, clasped across her breast. Will they break if we separate them?
What does it matter? Look, Muller, my own hands are trembling. I, who pride myself on my calm nerve, I tremble at the thought that in another moment the formula will be in our possession.
Yes. I, too, am not myself. There's a feeling of tension in the air. Feelings that...
Yes, quiet. I am now about to separate the hands of this wax figure. Now.
Herr Doctor,
we have been tricked. The formula's not here.
But Professor Giraud said...
He lied. He tricked us.
He did not lie, Dr. Weiss.
What? Who said that?
I did, Dr. Weiss.
Ach du lieber. Doctor, look. The wax figure. The man in the red cape is coming toward us.
You're right, Muller.
Wrong again. I'm no wax figure. I'm flesh and blood, as you two gentlemen will find out in a moment or two.
I have a gun, whoever you are.
And you know how to shoot it. You people always use the same line. Well, if we must go through this dreary business again, let's get it over with quickly. Point your gun at me and shoot.
You have the formula. Hand it over.
I have the formula, but I'm not handing it over. Finders keepers, you know.
Then I am afraid I must kill you,
Come here, Dr. White. You Nazi folks that are Supermen. Let's see what you can do against the real Superman.
My throat! Take your hands off my throat! Muller!
I'm getting out of here quickly.
Oh, no, you're not.
He flies! He flies for there!
The greatest of ease. Sorry to do this, Muller. I'm afraid it'll hurt you more than it will me. Not so fast, Bite. What have you or your men done with Miss Lane and Jimmy Olsen?
I know nothing whatever about...
That was just a love tap, Doctor. I want you to remain conscious until you tell me where they are.
I tell you, I know nothing whatever.
Come on now, before I lose my temper.
I know nothing about them. I swear it. You hear? I swear it.
Bite, let's get one thing straight. Something happened to Jimmy and Miss Lane in the Tower of London today. I'm as sure of that as I've ever been of anything. You can save us both a great deal of trouble by telling me where they are. I haven't really started working on your fight, and I don't want to.
No.
But I will if you force me to. Now then, are you going to talk, or aren't you?
Even as Superman tries to force Dr. Veidt to reveal the whereabouts of Lois Lane and Jimmy, the girl reporter and the Daily Planet's copy boy lie imprisoned in the dark cellar of the Bloody Tower. Far in the distance, they can hear the dull reverberations of German bombs falling on London.
Jim, did you hear that?
Yeah, kind of close.
Jimmy, I don't like this. You remember what that so-called guard said about the cellar being closed off to visitors because it was unsafe?
Yeah.
Well, the bombings London has been subjected to must have done a great deal to weaken the supporting arches and beams down here. That rumbling we heard, I think it was one of the arches beginning to give way.
Weeping mackerel. In that case,
I wouldn't be surprised if this room collapsed on us.
Nor I. Well, be a quicker death than starvation.
Oh, gosh, don't talk about it. My stomach feels as empty as the inside of a bass drum. Miss Lane, do you think Mr. Kent will find us maybe, huh?
Well, he'll investigate, of course. He knows we came to the tower this afternoon. But I don't think they'll ever think of looking down here. No, Jimmy, I guess you and I might just as well.
Jim, hey, something hit me on the head. It hurt like old Harry, too. Wait a minute, my hand just touched it.
What is it?
It's a piece of rock.
Gee, that means the ceiling above us.
Maybe not, Miss Lane. Maybe.
Oh, why fool ourselves, Jim? This room is over 500 years old. They built them strong in those days, but not that strong. And that ceiling up there is beginning to give way at last. If another bomb or two falls anywhere near the Tower of London, our goose will be done to a turn.
Uh-oh. Speak of the devil. Sounds like one of those German planes just dropped a stack of bombs right on the tower itself. Listen to them. It's still exploding.
Jimmy, listen! That must... Oh! A rock hit me on the head.
Me too. Leaping mackerel, they're falling all around.
Jimmy, we've got to get out of here. If we don't...
we can't.
Listen, that ceiling's giving way. It'll collapse any minute now. What can we do, Jimmy? What can we do?
There's nothing Jimmy or Lois can do. But there's plenty Superman could do if only he arrives in time. Everything depends on how long it takes him to force the confession from Dr. Veidt. In our next episode, we'll know what happened. We'll also hear the solution to the strange mystery of the tiny men. Have you figured out the answer to the tiny men yet? Who are these strange little creatures no bigger than a milk bottle? Well, if you want the answer, be sure to listen in Monday, same time, same station. Tune in and follow the adventures of Superman. Well, there goes Superman until Monday of next week. Meanwhile, don't let the weekend go by without buying your share of war savings stamps. And remember what I told you at the beginning of this program, you fellows and girls who are too young to join the armed forces or any of the national defense organizations. You can do your part. You can help win this war by buying war savings stamps regularly. So talk it over tonight with Mother and Dad. Ask them to give you a dime every day or even every other day for war savings stamps. And then buy some extra stamps out of your regular weekly allowance. Get all your friends to buy stamps regularly too. Or better yet, why not organize a war savings stamp club right on your block or in your neighborhood? Make this your club slogan. Every time you've got a dime, buy a war savings stamp.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look! Up in the sky! It's a bird!
It's a plane!
It's Superman!
Follow the adventures of Superman every day, Monday through Friday, same time, same station. Superman is written and directed by George Lothar and is a copyrighted feature appearing in Action Comics magazine. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
That's it for this week. We'll be back next week with more old-time radio. I hope you can join us then. Till then, this is Jim Dolan thanking you for listening. The RTC Weekly Download is produced by Chris Stone and Jim Dolan.